And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, the season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play. But if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. And behind the bench, we'll get to see Coach Alvin Gentry, one of the best offensive minds in the game, Shaq.
Yeah, I played for him briefly when I was in Phoenix, but when it comes to generating points, he understands how to put guys in positions to succeed.
Well, the numbers that Gentry's teams have put up can be staggering. He really knows how to get those schemes to those guys to get them open.
And now with tip-off coming up shortly, we go courtside to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. D.A., take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion. Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Ayton.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Diallo. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1. Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Now, here's Rubio. Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Booker outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Holiday. Misses off the left iron. Now here's Williamson. He's guarded closely. Tries from 7. Favors trying to break free, and it's Williamson missing. Now here's Booker. He had 19 points in the win against Orlando. Oubre outside. Out to the right wing. Rubio against Ball. From beyond the arc. And it's Ayton missing. New Orleans with the ball. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And it's blocked.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
And it really was a difficult game for them in that previous matchup. Fortunately, they were able to just knock down their free throws down the stretch.
Now here's Oubre. And again, it's the Suns missing. Ingram against Rubio. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And it's the Pelicans with the ball, searching for their first points of the game. Here's Ingram. And Favors kicks to Ingram. It's blocked.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
The drive by Booker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You look back, in the 7 seasons, the Pelicans have been better than average defensively. They've made the playoffs 6 times. The other 10 seasons, only 1 playoff appearance. Defense has been the difference.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Well, the Pelicans falling off last season at the defensive end. Smitty, what's the key for them getting back on track?
They've got to do a better job of contesting three-point shots. They were awful. Also, cutting down on turnovers would enable them to get back defensively.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Pelicans have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. The shot by Holiday, no good.
This is the shot you want, right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
No good from Booker.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Back to Ingram. Clock at 6. Pass to Holiday. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Williamson. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Suns leading. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Holiday against Booker. From 17 feet out. Rubio with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Passes to Ayton. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, it's Ingram. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 7th in blocks, 8th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Comes up empty down low. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Still without a basket in the game. Sweet little floater.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Here's Rubio. He had 13 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
That gives them the lead.
What about the dribble moves of Ingram? I mean, just so good at carving his way through whatever the D throws his way.
Booker, right side. Ball's knocked loose. And there's another turnover by the Suns. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
Now, here's Ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. One and done at UCLA. How about second overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throws of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Ray, you talk about the hype for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he's scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts. And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Williamson. Rebound by the Suns.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now, here's Ayton. He had 22 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
And here is Ball. Pass to Ingram. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
Rubio finds Booker. Back to Rubio. Over Ball. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Pelicans trail. Shoots the 3. It's not going to go for him.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
It's blocked.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
New Orleans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Sharch checked in for the Suns. Mikal Bridges comes in for Oubre. And Ayton throws it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
New Orleans gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Ball's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And not much breathing room there. The step back move gave him just enough to get it off.
The pass to Ayton. The 19-foot shot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Pelicans. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going. And, of course, there's the Suns. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And I think for New Orleans, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out, but they're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
And Okafor slams it in.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball, effortless.
Booker, and it's good off the back rim and in. Booker's got 6.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Rubio. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Ayton. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Here's Ingram. 9 points last game. Ball with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bridges against Ingram. Bridges misses.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Pass to Holiday. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
And here's Booker following Lonzo Ball's 3. The drive by Booker, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And guys, the stellar development of Devin Booker continued last season. Still a firecracker on offense and took strides to improve his shot selection and, equally as important, his decision making.
And the first one drops. And Greg, with Booker and his progress, you really see it in his playmaking.
And that is what the Suns want from him long term. They see him growing into the same vein as a player like James Harden, someone who can carry the load offensively and still make others better.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Etwan Moore comes in for Ingram. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Now here's Okafor. An 11-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
New Orleans in the lead. Here's Hart. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And there's Bridges on the assist by Booker. And the Suns lead by 1. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change. It's 6 already.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Hart. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Puts up a 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Johnson against Redick. Now here's Šarić, guarded closer. That shot off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
And now the Pelicans on the break. Moore's running. The feed to Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
He has a score-first mindset. Etwan plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
Now here's Booker. 8 points for him. It's good from long range. Bridges has got 7 points in the game.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Here's Hart. 5 points in the game. Knocked loose. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
The Suns have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And that one falls from Saric. And the Suns making a change here. Baines is checked in. Saric nails them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Now Redick still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Takes the 3. And that one released in time, but no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pelicans on top, up by 1. From New Orleans, back in a moment. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions. Being able to do that, I feel like I'll have the capability to fill in when needed.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Hayes. J.J. Redick is out there with Hart. Then there's Etuan Moore, and it's Okafor in at the 5. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there's some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game, but when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. He hits both from the stripe.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Hart the pass to Hayes. Outside, Redick. 4 on the clock. Moore outside. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bridges with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Magic in Orlando. They now take the lead. And that's now 7 points for Dario Saric. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Now here's Moore. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Baines with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Six on the shot clock. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Suns leading. Pass to Kaminsky. Over Hayes. Kaminsky misses. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
This is just one of many areas where Redick has improved, reading the floor and finding his guys for good, quality shots.
Now, here's Bridges. 7 points in the game. Lets it go with a three. The shot by Sharch, no good. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. No good from Moore.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's stolen by Sharch. Kaminsky inside. Moore's there. And the basket by Kaminsky. And the Suns lead by 1. The Pelicans shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Redick surveying the D. Here's Hart, defended by Bridges. Favors, dishes to Moore. Here's Hart. But they get it back. Here's Favors. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up.
Now here's Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pelicans with the rebound. Favors got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Hart. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Baines inside. He's covered by Favors. Here's Hart. He's got 8. Favors finds Redick. They get a hand on it. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Favors.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
That'll be a 5-second call. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Well, you look at Williamson, 2nd in the NBA, a great defender. And, of course, Jackson Hayes.
And among first-year players, these two are as intimidating a pair of shot blockers as you're going to see.
Now, here's Redick. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Sharch against Moore. Over to the wing. Now, here's Bridges. Defense right on him. And it's Baines missing.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
The Suns trailing.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game.
That free throw, no good. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Ingram comes in for E'Twaun Moore. Drew Holiday is checked in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for J.J. Redick. And the Suns here with a different look. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Diallo comes in for Kaminsky. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Saric. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. And he can't hit the second. And Smitty, once again, teams are switching defensively more than ever. As a side benefit, does that help defenders, you think, preserve some energy and some stamina for the game?
Yeah, I think it does, Kevin. I really think if you have the personnel to be able to switch. Some teams don't, and I think they're copycat leagues. And you see the championship level teams switching, so you think you can. There are some teams, they just got to flat out come out and trap, rotate, and understand, give up shots to guys that you don't shoot a high percentage and live with that, because sometimes, especially big guys, they put them on an island and it's just not fair.
Good point.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
And that one misses. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Now here's Favors. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Holiday finds Ingram. Outside Favors. Ball. That shot off. The Suns go the other way with it. Ball against Rubio. The pass to Ayton. Over Favors. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got the game tied up here for Phoenix.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And here's Rubio. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Diallo the pass to Bridges. Ayton with it. 18 feet out. Count it.
I love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Pass to Williamson. Down low, Ingram. Goes back up. Favors can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Now, here's Rubio. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Oubre against Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded for the Suns. That was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed. The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love him.
New Orleans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in, and the Suns also making a change. Booker, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges.
The Pelicans, they are committed to New Orleans. Some have speculated they'd be a candidate to move to the Seattle market. Organization-wise, they have said they're not going anywhere.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Booker outside. Back to Rubio. Just fine. The wing Booker. Rubio outside. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And checking out some numbers for Ball. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 9 points per game, 7 assists, and over 2.5 steals. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
And when the new GM took over basketball operations, he said ownership's commitment was a big factor.
They have said all the right things. Sometimes teams in the South can struggle with attendance. The Pelicans have made it clear they want to win right here in New Orleans.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ayton. And the Suns miss again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the shot goes in. Ingram's got his second bucket tonight.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
And Rubio kicks to Oubre. On the wing, Booker. Over Holiday, and the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Devin Booker.
Easy look for mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
Now here's Okafor. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Oubre outside. Knocked away, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. Some impressive play from him over the last month. 15th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Now, here's Rubio, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Ball against Rubio. Booker outside. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Here's Diallo. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. New Orleans in the lead. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the dunk by Williamson.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. There's 1:17 left in the first half. Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Back to Rubio. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Though he's not known to be a great shooter, Rubio gives you a lot of things. Versatility, size out of the backcourt, and he's a coach out there on the floor.
That free throw good from Rubio.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
And so Ricky Rubio nails both of them. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. There's a minute left now here in the second. Ingram outside. New Orleans moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Holiday with the 3.
And thanks to that cold second quarter, they're down to just over 30% from three-point range. It hasn't cost them the lead yet.
Rubio dishes to Oubre. Ayton trying to break free. Oubre can't get it to go.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Rubio against Ball. Booker left side over Okafor. And there's Booker on the assist by Rubio. Booker's got it all tied up now for Phoenix. Outside Holiday. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Ricky. Bench has always been an issue here. When they produce like they did in the first half, how does that help you?
It's amazing. That means like we have a deep bench, and then a lot of work from the staff, from the everybody of the team, like doing extra work and winning games.
Trying to change the culture around here. Thanks, Ricky. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion?
Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool lion.
Got it.
A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
I think they're playing defense with their hands instead of their feet. Too many times they've been caught reaching and they paid the price. These guys giving up way too many free throws. They need to stop sending guys to the line. Come on.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled and they gave the team some energy. And then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Setting the floor for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Shaq Diallo is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Favors. Booker against Holiday, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Holiday's got his 3rd bucket of the night. So it's Phoenix now, a 2-point game. Now Rubio. Passes it to Diallo. Back to Rubio. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there are some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Well, for New Orleans, shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be his second foul of the game. Williamson, the pass to Holiday. Here's Favors, and the shot goes down. Favors got 6.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Ayton. From deep. Here's Booker. Tries again. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer. Just excels at getting his guys going.
The Pelicans have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's foul number 2 for him. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Williamson kicks to Favors. Williamson dishes the ball. Williamson with it. 10 points for him. 5 to shoot. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Ayton.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Derek Favors pulls it down.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Got a piece of it. Diallo the pass to Booker. Over Holiday, and Booker kicks to Ayton. It's good. Ayton's got 9 points.
The precision, the focus. You got to admire how Ayton stays zoned in on the basket and not the defense.
New Orleans leading by 4. Now here is Holiday. He's got 7. Ingram right side. There's the pass to Ball. Off target from three-point range. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Oh, Ayton in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And these are the shots you want Ayton taking. He's just so smart on offense.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Ejuan Moore comes in for Ingram. Hart, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And then for Phoenix, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ayton. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Diallo. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Oubre.
I think this is Rubio's greatest trait. I love to watch him move the basketball, and so does his coaching staff.
And so here is New Orleans. Pass to Favors. Here's Redick. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Favors. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league, a decade coaching in college, worked for and with so many legendary coaches, he's seen it all.
No good on the free throw.
You know, the shooting ability of Derek Favors combined with his size makes him a hard matchup for most defenses.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. The drive by Booker. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Passes it to Favors.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
New Orleans shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And so Favors nails both of them. For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Inside, and stolen by Favors. And now the Pelicans on the break. Here's Moore, banked in off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
The thing about Moore in transition, you see the high basketball IQ, knows exactly where he needs to be to finish.
Now, here's Rubio. Booker outside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Off the inbound pass. They get the rebound. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside for Redick. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. No good from Moore.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
And here are the Pelicans now, after the Suns pick up 2. Here's Hart. And Baines pulls it down. For Phoenix, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. It's good. 18 points for Devin Booker.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Hart. 8 points for him. And it goes down 2 points. Hart's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
And here's Rubio. Pass to Bridges. Here's Baines. 6 to shoot. Rubio against Redick. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And here comes Moore leading the fast break. Kicks it to Favors. Back to Redick. Dishes to Favors. Near the three-point line, it's Moore. Rubio with the rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Count it. Rubio's got 5.
I love how Rubio controls the pace, able to shift gears in an instant.
Now Redick. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. And there's the pass to Favors. Here's Hart. Moore in the corner, lets the 3 fly, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Baines has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bridges. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Moore with the bucket.
Nice to see an assist by J.J. Redick, showing he can be a good secondary playmaker at the off-guard spot.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Okafor's checked in for New Orleans. And for the Suns, Sharch checked in for Devin Booker, and it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Suns. To the wing right side. Sharch inside. Moore's there, and it's Sharch. That time on the assist by Johnson.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Hart. 10 points for him. Doubled by Bridges. Redick for 3. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the inside. And the shot is good from Johnson.
In all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
Pelicans trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Redick passes to Hart. Moore right side. Shot clock at 2. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Right now, let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. The Suns, number 1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Johnson against Redick. Pass to Kaminsky. That one a little long. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Hart. The three-pointer off the mark. Suns leading by 4. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid. Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player.
And with Bridges and his defense, great coaches speak very highly of his basketball IQ.
And that is why, as a rookie, he would often get assigned to guard the toughest perimeter player. Good size and great instincts make him one of the best young defenders on the team.
Both free throws good from Bridges. Here's Hart. He's got 10. Pass to Redick. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
J.J. Redick, very comfortable behind the three-point line, knocked that one down.
Pass to Bridges. Now Kaminsky for the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's Williamson. Outside, Redick. Here's the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Baines has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
Here's Redick. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Okafor. 1:22 left here in the third quarter. Johnson surveying the floor. On the wing, Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Johnson. New Orleans making some changes here. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Moore. Holiday comes in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for J.J. Redick. Phoenix also making some changes. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Aaron Baines. And it's Cheikh Diallo in for Kaminsky. So Johnson hits 2 of them. 1:10 left in the third quarter. The pass to Williamson. Ball with it. He's guarded by Diallo. Ball with it. Diallo's there. Ball no good. Here's Bridges. That one goes. Count it. Bridges has got 8 here in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Ball. He's got 7. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Holiday with it. Bridges covering. That's tipped. Pass to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's the teardrop. He lays it in. And it's a 12-point Suns lead.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Holiday against Bridges, and Okafor slams it in.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Johnson for three, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Ingram the three and Zion the four. Wall and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Okafor in at the five down low. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now here's Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Over Okafor. And Johnson missing again. Pelicans trail by 10. Here's Ball. It's blocked. Bridges with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And that one falls for Bridges.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Both free throws good from Bridges. Well, for New Orleans, shooting not great, 40% for the game. Ball feeling it out a bit. There's the dish to Holiday. The three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Johnson. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Johnson. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Ball finds Okafor. Passes it to Holiday. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Some changes for Phoenix. Booker, he's checked in for Saric. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Ingram against Oubre. 5 on the clock. Ingram kicks to Holiday. Holiday with another miss.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Suns leading by 7. Rubio taking his time here. Booker outside. At the tip, it's good on the putback.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And what you love about Williamson, he's not just magnetic and entertaining, he's extremely productive.
Now, here's Rubio. On the wing, Booker takes a 3. Ball with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 7. Ingram dishes to Wood.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Now, here's Rubio. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Ingram's running. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. Suns leading by 3. Now, here's Rubio. On the wing, Booker. Over Holiday. And that one hits back iron. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. Big run right now going for them, 11-2. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. A floater. Ball, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now, here's Rubio. Booker outside. Just 5 to shoot. Over Holiday. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's the Pelicans' ball. Stringing it together. They've... Oh, wow!
He went high. That was nice. I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
And the Suns call time. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Here's Rubio after Drew Holiday's score. Rubio with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Kicks it out to Rubio. Over Holiday. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it.
Now here's Williamson. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Ball against Booker. Pass to Rubio. To end the drought. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. And here's Holiday. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Out to the right wing. Ball against Rubio. Bucket is good. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And the pass to Oubre. Booker outside. Buries it down low. Booker's got 20.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Now here is Holiday. Buries it from three-point range. Holiday's got 10 points in just the second half.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second 3 of this half, 3rd of the night.
On the wing, Booker, guarded by Holiday. Oubre outside. Let's go. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's New Orleans. They're on a 20-4 run. Ball, the pass to Okafor. He dishes it to Ingram. He kicks it to Ball. Six on the shot clock. From deep.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Rubio with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Diallo, kicks to Ayton. Over Okafor. And it's Ayton missing.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Williamson. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 6 assists here tonight. Suns trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Offensive rebound, and Ayton throws it down.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's special.
New Orleans gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Zion Williamson.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Suns on defense. And again, no good by New Orleans. Holiday against Booker. Rubio right side. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Another shot, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
That free throw good from Williamson. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Holiday against Booker. Shot from 12. Here's Okafor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. And the Suns call time.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Favors is checked in. Suns trail by 8. Rubio outside. Pass to Bridges. The three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Bridges has got 5 points now this quarter. Holiday looking over the floor. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Holiday against Bridges. Passes to Diallo. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Favors.
The long reach of Favors have a real impact, especially when he leaves the ground quickly in time for blocks.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Ayton. Back to Rubio. And the rejection by Favors. There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Ingram's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pelicans.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Now here's Rubio. Bridges with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Bridges passes to Diallo. Here's Rubio. They get it back. And that one's good. Ayton's got 10 points here in the second half.
And the sheer muscle of Ayton. Sometimes he's impossible to stop on the way up.
Here's Booker. And the rejection by Favors. And they get it back. For 3, Bridges. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Booker. Outside Holiday. And it's Ball in the corner. Fires the 3. Here's Favors. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
The killer instinct of Favors. This man takes no prisoners when the game is on the line.
Here's Rubio.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Now here's Ayton. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Ricky Rubio is so tough mentally. The moment is not too big.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. And the Suns call time. They're down by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
And on the defensive end, they'll have to foul whomever gets the ball. No time left to be picky.
There's the triple. The rebound by Holiday.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And Rubio kicks to Booker. His three-pointers off the mark.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts.
So New Orleans wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Derek. Congrats on the win. I know the season can be a grind, but it looked like you guys were having fun out there.
Oh, it's fun, man. It's always fun to win. I'm just coming out here playing my game. You know, rebound and defense, that's my game. And, and coach trusts me, so I couldn't let him down.
Yes, this is an up-and-coming team, and you guys really showed well tonight. Congrats, Derek. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.